Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back on our Mauler team. We have 28,000 diamonds at right, a significant amount of diamonds there. Looking at our Mauler team, we just finished out Granite, which was awesome. We have Thesku, which is just coming up right now. Also got Taylor to a plus 60 engraving, that is right, plus 60 already. We need a couple more pieces of furniture for her and she will be completely maxed out. So hopefully with the little bit of food we have in here, we can build out Thesku so we can go ahead and continue the progression right here, guys. So getting into the rare stones, we have 14 elite hero stones. Didn't do anything with the Maulers last week. So this week we have a significant summon because as soon as a hero is released, we go ahead and we save all of our resources, knowing that we're going to be picking them up in the next couple weeks. So fingers crossed we can get a couple Maulers out of this pull real quick. Boom, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 Maulers. So even though we didn't get specifically the hero we were looking for, we did get quite a few copies, which is awesome because we need food. We do need a significant amount of food out of here. We're going to start with our companion points. Again, hopefully we can pull 1 or 2 elites, guys, which there is one, and it is Mishka. I was thinking maybe that was the unlock for him, but copy of Mishka, we can definitely use that one. Pull number 2 is another elite card, which is goalless. And let me make sure we got we got Thesku in there, I believe. Yep, I did pop him in there already. So we're going to do some desired summons for him as well. I want to see if we can pull some out of the summons that we have here. And it looks like adding a couple more stars to our Graveborn heroes, which is awesome when it comes to the dimensionals and the fusion. Need a couple more 5-star heroes to continue maxing them out. So hopefully it's going to be 1 or 2 Maulers out of here. There we go, an elite right there, which is an Akira. So we're getting a lot of Mauler food, but not specifically the hero we're looking at. That is our scrolls. We do have 6 pulls here for Maulers. This is going to be at least 2 elites in this pull, guys. I'm hoping we can get a couple doubles. And it looks like a lot of our heroes are full within this account. We're going to definitely have to do some account cleanup, which there's an elite, guys. It is another copy of an Akira. There we go. It is going to be Granite, another copy of Granite. We got 2 more pulls here. Hopefully we get 1 copy of him. Our final pull, which should be an elite, and it is a copy of an Akira again. Wow. That is tripling up on the Anakira copies right there, giving us definitely some more elite plus food. So we have 1 card on the table. Hopefully it's going to be who we're looking for. It is Skarath. So got kind of shut down on that one with all of our resources. But we do have our 5 pulls right here. So we're going to spend all of these to try to get some more copies of him. Fingers crossed we can pull all 5 within here. And there he is, guys. So there is the unlock. Very cool. The Snake Charmer himself. So that's 1. So we got 4 more that we can pull out of here. 20,000 diamonds left. And I'm hoping these are not going to be all singles, guys. It's going to be very expensive to build them if these are all singles. There's another one. So that gives us an elite plus. We need at least 2 more and 1 right off the bat, guys. Back-to-back copies on that one. And I'm hoping we get a double. Would be nice to see right here. And again, completely full on heroes. We're gonna have to use some of this food. And just another single. Not too bad though. We got 4 of 5 copies for him. So very nice there on the summons. We got 4 of 5 copies. Very nice. So looking at our Stargazer, we're looking for 1 more copy of Lucretia, which will actually take her up to Ascended. Just some more resources on that one. So we're going to have to wait another week to go ahead and build her out. Hopefully we have enough food here, which we have. Look at the crazy amount of copies that we got of an Akira. We just have a tremendous amount of food on here, guys, because I think Satrana is already maxed out. We have almost everyone to max out. That's why we have so much food on this account. So we can actually use a goalless. I'm going to use a couple spare copies down here of Centrena. We'll make it a legendary plus. There we go. We use a couple Anakira copies, which will take them to legendary. There's our legendary plus, guys. And there is mythic, giving us the signature item unlock and a mythic plus already. So 4 more copies, and look at the food we can still make on here. 4 more copies, and that will be Ascended Thesku. So very nice. Let's see if we can build them out a little bit. I know the resources we have enough when it comes to creating the bone flute. I know we have enough to take this out to a plus 20, but I don't know how much further than that we're going to be able to get his signature item on this go. I'm excited to use him in combat. I want to see exactly how well he does. Again, on these accounts, we have a significant over leveling when it comes to building these out. But look at the attributes, guys. HP, attack, and defense. That is what you want, and new heroes are coming even stronger. There is 21. We got 400, guys. We can take him actually all the way to being maxed out at that plus 30 signature item. So plus 10 haste on that level 25, which is very cool to see. And there is the plus 30. Enemies that are dealt damage to the shield have their attack and defense reduced by 20% for 6 seconds. So that is a serious nerf there. We'll definitely have to build him out some gear there. We'll get the Windbinder so we can do some ults much quicker and see what we can do for some furniture for Thesku. So I'm hoping within the Oak Inn, we got 35,000. 1 card on the table already. Again, we didn't have a chance to max out Lucretia, but we are definitely close. Thesku, I put in here as well. We dropped him in the wish list. We also do have, we still have Tylee in there as well. So we got a long ways to getting some more 9 of 9 heroes, but this will definitely help this time, which there is a piece for Athalia. So a solid piece right off the bat. Another mythic piece right there, which is a double, guys. We get 1 for Arthur and another for Athalia. So some dimensional and some celestial love on that one. Another mythic piece right there, which is Thesku. There we go. Got 1 piece there already. Very nice to see. Second mythic right there, which is Granite. He's another one we definitely want to get to that 9 of 9 furniture. So that gives us 2 cards on the table. We'll go ahead and recycle these. See what we can equip here. That gives Arthur 3 of 9. That gives Granite 3 of 9. So definitely some power ups there. We'll recycle what we're not using. I think that'll give us enough for, nope, not even enough for 1 more summon. It's not too bad though. That gives Arthur that 3 of 9. We already have Ainz at 3 of 9. We have Tylee at 3 of 9, and then same with Granite. And of course we have Taylene getting up there as well. We got some furniture there for Thesku as well. Let's see what the bag looks like though. So we have Athalia, we have Merlin in there as well. I'm definitely gonna have to get Merlin in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 of 9. 3, 6, 9. We have 9 for Lucy already. We have 1, 2, 3, and 3. So we're gonna have to drop Lucy out of here. That's why it's really important to pay attention to this wish list, guys, because even though we don't have her maxed out, she is already at 9 of 9 furniture. And I believe everybody else is already building in here, which is awesome to see. Athalia we're already building. She is at 9 of 9. We can go ahead and drop Ezio in here because the one we just pulled got her to that 9 of 9, which is awesome to see, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to level up Thesku. We're going to get him all ready to go. Chapter 35-21. So let's go ahead and we'll get into the campaign. At this point, this is the only faction account that is not into Chapter 36. So even though we do have a considerable amount of stages to clear, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to clear all the way to 36. So overall, it seems Thesku does work pretty well. I know a lot of players have used him in late game and end game, and seems like he is working well. He does a considerable amount of damage. He has a couple control aspects, and also the petrification, which seems to work very well. Again, I don't have him built outside of this account on any of the other accounts to really test him out, but I get a lot of feedback from the community. I get a lot of feedback from guildies, as well as a lot of the players that join us on most of our live streams. And he seems like a pretty solid build. Overall, it seems like he's going to have some functionality. I haven't seen that many places where he's in the meta or people are, throwing him in, but I think it's just because it's really early and a lot of players do not have him. I'm also interested in the aspect of how well he's going to perform in PvP, because ultimately with PvP, most of the crowd control aspect really makes a big difference. We've seen a lot of the newer heroes being thrown right into meta PvP comps. Interesting to even see like Respin in there, to see a lot of the other heroes I normally wouldn't see within PvP in there. And this one we dropped out Taylor just to put him in there. With the level deficiencies that we're sitting at right now, it's not really going to make much of a difference. Same with this one, running Irons with Ezio. That's a pretty solid comp. Now, as you start getting into late game or end game, you'll notice that Arthur has actually dropped out of a lot of different formations, which is super unfortunate because he is one of my favorite heroes. But when it comes to late game, end game, the tanks do not have the survivability. We've talked about this a dozen times before. Most of the time, if you do not have a tank that has immunity, the tank is going to die super fast, especially when you start seeing higher level deficiencies. They are going to get burned through. Again, just one of my long list of items that Lilith has never addressed. If you have a tank and they cannot tank, then what is really the functionality of that class or of that hero itself? Which, if they're immune, great. That's why players use Brutus. That's why players use Albedo. Scrag, sometimes when it starts getting, again, into level deficiencies, Scrag for the Maulers cannot really perform either. He will die out super fast as well, which is unfortunate because he's another hero that I've always liked. We've used him for a considerable amount of stages. But ultimately, if they don't possess an immunity, the other team is doing so much damage at a point that the tanks just get completely destroyed in the matter of a couple seconds. That is also the other reason why you see heroes like Tylee that is really doing successful, is because of the immunity, the power that she can put out very quickly, and also the crowd control aspect. When you look at heroes like Prince of Persia, a lot of people are wondering, why is Ezio not on the list when it comes to building out the dimensional heroes? So we have Irons, we have Albedo, really the two biggest priority. Again, Irons because of the max damage that he does, Albedo because of that immunity. Then it goes into the Prince of Persia. Once you start getting into those high level deficiencies, the crowd control really breaks out anything. Prince of Persia with the forms of crowd control, plus he doesn't have technically an immunity, but he has that recall ability to cheat death, which makes a really big difference in the formations, because when he takes burst damage, when he takes fatal damage, he will actually stay alive. Ezio, in that case, would die out, and Ezio doesn't have the crowd control. Even though I like his Eagle Eye ability and the insta-kill, when you start getting, again, late game, end game, when you start seeing the higher level deficiencies, it is not super effective because he doesn't have the crowd control to back that specifically. So here we are, guys, 35-44, just absolutely crushing it through here. I'm honestly still waiting for another Mauler support. We got Silas, we got Desiro, we got a bunch of Graveborn support. The Maulers still only have Nemitsu, which kind of stinks because when you start getting into multiple teams like this, I can see where it's going to be detrimental running the Maulers account with only one support hero. I know we do have Merlin to kind of work in here for the dimensionals, but ultimately we need either more crowd control, which historically the Mauler team has severely lacked crowd control, and we need more support, which again, historically the Mauler team has completely lacked, and it has been kind of neglected. I know they do have that life leech feature, but ultimately the life leech is a little disappointing because if you see a lot of heroes that possess shields, when you look at Gorvo, when you look at, shielding heroes, the life leech ability is null and void if the hero is shielded, which makes it really difficult as a subpar or semi-support because there is no option with the shielding ability for life leech to actually work within the campaign, which again is kind of unfortunate. Even here with the Brutus Roar, almost takes out Ezio right there. And Thesku, I'm, again, really happy with. There he's getting a couple kills. Not sure what team he's going to work in. I kind of like him with the Granite and Scrag combination, just for the simple fact that they are keeping the heroes and keeping everyone in that back line, keeping heroes away from Thesku. That way he can just go ahead and maximize his damage within those formations. And I still do like Nemitsu. Nemitsu is an awesome support hero. He brings a couple of buffs. He brings the totems. Only thing with him is the totems do die relatively quickly. So 2 of the 4 abilities that he have is totem based. So if the totems are not there, similar to Solus, if the Floral Spectre is not there, it really minimizes what she can do or what he can do. But Nemitsu also does bring a big haste buff. Running in formations like that, we have the haste buff going on Kren. Kren, we know, does a absolute monster amount of damage. That is the reason so many players have started running him in meta comps, is he can do a incredible amount of damage in a very short time. You put Nemitsu's haste behind it, it makes it even faster, guys. He can destroy teams in a matter of seconds, especially if they get pushed back into those bombs, those traps that are in the very back. Makes him a very strong hero to deal with. And I know a lot of players have used him for PvP, again, for that burst aspect. He has crowd control, which is required now of pretty much any of the heroes that we see within AFK Arena. But ultimately, you can see he also has the little smoke bombs, the little camouflage that he throws up right there. And Thesku, again, poisoning the enemies, stunning the enemies, crowd controlling the enemies, also doing the AoE massive damage to everything on the field. So 35-60, this is our last stage of this entire chapter. Hope we can get through it. Let's throw in Entendre. And she pushes him right back to those traps, making it very easy for Kren to maximize his damage on that one. And here we put everyone together. Just got to get Isolde before he scales too high that we can't kill him. That's always a problem that we face with Isolde. And Ainz's ultimate ability just destroys it again, guys. So 35-60 is done. That will take us into 36. So now every faction stage is at 36-1. Very cool to see. We'll go ahead and we'll collect up our loot. So overall, guys, Thesku, a pretty good addition to the Maulers. Still waiting for another support hero, so hopefully soon. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.